Hello, everybody. Seattle Mike MMA with friends. I thought we were streaming. I apologize. I had the timer and everything on, and apparently I wasn't. And I had a cool stream. I had a cool stream timer with the poll and everything up, and apparently we weren't on yet. But coming up in a minute from now, Sabah Homasi versus Curtis Millender. This should be a good one, boys. I gotta really watch the volume tonight because Bellator's been is playing a lot of music. UFC has not been playing so much music. And I need a mic. Like I said, I need a new mic, and I need apparently a situation for my headphones because that jack went out too. Stuff wears out. It's just funny when stuff wears out, like at the same time, seemingly. That's okay though. We're just 1 minute, like I said, away from this first fight. They're getting ready there on Bellator. I'm getting ready for you guys here. Curtis Millender is ready. His opponent is ready. Boom, guys. And tail of the tape. Curtis Millender, 1 year older at 32 years old, 2 inches taller at 6'2". He will enjoy a 5-inch reach advantage. However, that's a pretty big one. I got too much crap up here, guys. Too much crap on my screen. All right, guys, out of the blue corner. Six wins by knockout, professional record of 18-5, former UFC veteran Curtis Millender. And I will have the fight clock up here in just a moment. I want to make sure and get this gentleman's name correct. Out of the red corner, 6 first-round knockouts. Sabah Hamasi. Referee Dan Murgliata. Good old Dan. All right, guys, we're on. Boom, there we go. Curtis Millender, Sabah Homasi. Sabah already up against the fence here. Millender with the pressure. Nice low leg kick. Nice straight left there for Curtis Millender. Sabah, he's a game opponent. You see him winging here. But I just think Curtis Millender's experience is going to be too much tonight. He's been to the big game. He knows what it's all about. Nice low leg kick there from Millender. Sabah answers. Do you lose some motivation, though, once you go to the big dance? You go to UFC. Nice 1-2 there for Millender. You go to the big dance, and then you end up in what's considered a second-tier organization. Although Bellator, they're as close, to the competitor with the UFC, as close to a number 2 as there is right now. They're on television, they're on DAZN, they're major league. There's 2 major league organizations. Just one of them is more major than the other nowadays. And you look at Millender trying to measure there. Goes to the flying knee and misses. Curtis wins by way of wrestling, says Greg Brimstone. What's up, Greg? Hope all is well with everyone. What's up, Clavin? I was doing shout-outs earlier and realized I was not on. Excuse me, Arcade Chaos. Good to see Comedic Genius. You've been out for... I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you back. Greg Brimstone bringing the fire as always. Clavid. Good to see you, brother. Melton Nelson. Howdy, sir. I'm doing great. It's about that time, boys. Great card for Bellator tonight. Yes, it is. Spontaneous. What is up, my friends? What's up, beautiful people? Hope Ben finally gets a KO at Arcade Chaos. Rooting for smooth Ben Henderson tonight. Nice lefty hand there for Curtis Millender. Smooth Ben said he would be starting earlier tonight. I'll see it when I believe it. He is a notoriously slow starter. He usually likes those 5-round fights. Nice left hook there from Sabah Homasi and a straight right after it. I mean, this is big motivation for this gentleman. He's facing a guy that was just in the UFC, and it's his UFC debut. So he wants to say, hey, you think you're going to come down here to Bellator and beat up on us? Forget it. And he gets the takedown. And he is on top of Curtis Millender. And a big elbow. Sabah Hamasi looking to give Curtis Millender a rude awakening to Bellator. Yeah, Ben is upset. He is very upset for once. Michael Chandler pushed him during one of the press conference things. And, kind of the most Ben, but not the most Ben thing I've heard him say is, Michael Chandler just showed his personality right there. I've been such a nice guy. It's hard to get much negative out of him. But he does not like Michael Chandler. The reason it's going to be tough for him tonight, if he starts late like he has in the past, or slow starter, this is only a 3-rounder tonight. No explanation as far as I've seen. And nice elbow from Sabah Hamasi, who could easily steal this round. I mean, it's not like Curtis Millender did a lot standing early in the fight. A couple of good strikes on the ground and pound or a submission attempt, and Hamasi could steal this. Millender is doing nothing off of his back. Mikey says, Comedic, what's up, my friend? Clavage, y'all are doing well. Hey, I'm doing great, man. Doing good. Hope everyone's good in the neck of the woods as well. Yes. Really got to check in on each other nowadays. And Sabah Hamasi on top, landing the ground and pound. Honestly, I think he's winning. I think he just turned this round. I mean, not that Curtis Millender had a big lead to begin with, but ends this with Millender on his back, ground control, being active in the ground and pound for the last minute and a half after both guys kind of, it was almost a draw on the feet. I'd say Curtis did a little bit more, but I think that takedown and that ground and pound for Hamasi was more than enough to steal the round. I have it 10-9 for the almost 3-1 underdog, Sabah Hamasi. And I wonder if that's going to make, some of these odds makers think a little bit when a new guy comes into Bellator. Now, this, of course, would be devastating for Curtis Millender. I mean, he, just got dropped out of the UFC, got picked up right away by Bellator, which, is not a guarantee these days. It's not like they've been making money hand over fist. I mean, they've been closed. They've been closed like everything else. UFC is, for a long time was the only game open. And, of course, as you guys know, I'm talking about not just MMA, but all sports. UFC was kind of the guinea pig. They led the way in getting sports back off. And here we go. Round number 2. And somebody, who was it that mentioned in the comments for the poll said that Curtis Millender did not like to be on his back. Nice right hand there from Sabah Hamasi. He really showed that there. Oh, nice. Oh, nice low leg kick and the body kick from Sabah. Curtis Millender's got to get his ass in gear right now because he is losing his Bellator debut right now. And a combination from Sabah Hamasi, and he immediately clinches up. And, you know, if you think these guys, since they've been to the UFC, that they can't feel butterflies coming into their first Bellator fight, I would argue with you. I'd say that you're probably wrong. I mean, it depends on the person, but this is a whole new organization. He's in front of a whole new boss. And, I mean, it's not like he left on his own. Curtis Millender, I thought he had a decent time in the UFC, but with cuts coming, he was one of them. Nice elbow from Millender, but Homasi gets the takedown. Shout out to those who joined me on Tuesday. Those who were in on Tuesday, those that missed it, missed an incredible card. Dana White Contender Series, if you didn't know, now you know. They are back on Tuesday nights. And incredible night. 3 contracts, and the 4th fight was probably fight of the night that didn't get any of the contracts at featherweight. And Dana said, like I said, I think both of those guys will end up being in the UFC. But a nice Sabah Hamasi and half guard right here, being active, raining down these shots. And Curtis Millender has got to figure out what world he is in right now, because he lost that last round, and to begin this second round, he lost on his feet. Now he's on his back again. 18-5. Who is the real Curtis Millender? And Sabah Hamasi moving to side control there. A little bit of a leg hooked, but he's basically in side control. Millender landing some elbows to the body there. 19 in the chat. Thank you. You guys always come out quick for these Bellator cards. Maybe it's because I start them at the main event. But I think people just really like Bellator. And I mean that makes me happy. So I like Bellator, as I mentioned earlier in the week. You know, the competition I think is good. Who wants to see a monopoly? Let's push the UFC. You know, don't let them get too comfortable. It's just like any other kind of competition. And Sabah Hamasi, Millender gives up the back. And it's one thing getting decisions your first fight in Bellator. It's a whole nother thing getting finished. Sabah Hamasi beating Curtis Millender up on the ground. Curtis Millender, he is looking like a beaten man right now. And that's not just Sabah Hamasi talking. That's Curtis Millender talking with his body language. And Millender, he finally does change position there. Gets a little bit of a transition and gets on top. He looked like he was going to be happy to give up the back. Maybe he was transitioning. Maybe he was trying to escape out the back. He is on top now. Moves to side control. And he's looking for a choke. Oh, Sabah Hamasi getting up immediately, though. And getting the takedown again. Curtis Millender, you know, he's going to make it look like he's going for a guillotine here, you know, for the judges. But there's nothing really there. Hamasi gets out easily. Ends up on top. And I don't know how you guys see it, but the only way I can see this fight is 20-18 for the underdog, Sabah Hamasi. And Curtis Millender is not doing himself any favors in his Bellator debut. I mean, who would have thought? And this cornerman, he is not happy with Curtis Millender. He just told him, you could hear he dropped the F-bomb, and he says, you stop effing feeling sorry for yourself, all right? Look at me. Stop letting him get those things. You go out there and you do what you're supposed to do. And I think that's what Curtis Millender needs to hear right now. He needs the do you want to be, and excuse my language, but I'm going to throw it out here because it's iconic with Dana White. He needs the do you want to be a fucking fighter speech. That's where Curtis Millender is at right now. And Ben Jones letting him have it, and I think it would be a disservice not to. Curtis Millender, do you want to be a fighter? We're going to find out in the next 5 minutes. Millender needs a finish. Can't believe he's getting out-wrestled. He's getting beat everywhere. Jab there from Curtis Millender. I mean, if I was his coach in there, Ben, I mean, I know it's controversial, but I might have thrown a little slap in there for show. In the corner, throwing a little bit of water on him. Scream, hey, hey, mother, you know what? You get in there. Your career's on the line, because if you don't get in there and show some heart, I don't want to see you in my freaking gym on Monday morning. This is where we do the work. The gym is where we prepare. This is where we do the work. Curtis Millender is not doing the work right now. Head kick there for Millender and a jab, and we'll see if the corner has woke him up. Oh, nice right hook there from Homasi. Millender stalking. He's putting the pressure on. Oh, nice jab there. Oh, good right hook there. And I think he might be woken up. I don't know as much about Sabah Hamasi. I do believe that Curtis Millender is the better fighter, though. Nice body kick there for Millender. And I liked what his corner told him. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. And that's what I seen with the body language in that last round. Oh, and look at this Darce choke. Curtis Millender, that is the rare Japanese necktie right there. Oh, and Hamasi's out transition and ends up on top. And Sabah Hamasi, I mean, this is an opportunity of a lifetime for him. And you got to know with Bellator, you got to know that guys like Scott Coker, and especially the guys that are just a little lower down, saying, hey, we got this dude coming from the UFC tonight, and they think they're the belle of the ball. I want you to go in there and show him what Bellator is all about. Let him know that he's not coming down a level. He's not coming to easy street just because he's not in the UFC anymore. And to be honest, I don't ever remember seeing Curtis Millender look this bad. I don't know if he's just on a downward trajectory. I don't know if he underestimated his opponent tonight. Oh, a nice job of getting up there. Lands a knee to the body, does Curtis. And a jab, low leg kick there from Hamasi. He needs a finish, though, in my mind. Oh, nice right hand and uppercut. Big elbows here from Curtis. Maybe he's going to wake up here. I mean, Curtis can say he's tired, but I guarantee you Homasi is more tired right now. I can look at these guys. Physically, Homasi is more tired. I don't know where Curtis Millender is mentally. I'm not sure he does. And Sabah Hamasi gets the takedown again, and Curtis Millender just lays over for him. Very little effort from Curtis Millender trying to stop Sabah Hamasi. And, I mean, this is his corner. And you guys know I don't ever do this to fighters. I don't know what's going on with Curtis Millender tonight, but if there's no excuse like an injury or something, I mean, he should be embarrassed. He should be embarrassed. His corner should be embarrassed. This is an embarrassing performance from Curtis Millender. And Sabah Hamasi with the back. Because it's not anything that Sabah Hamasi is doing special. It's the low level of effort that I feel like we're getting from Curtis Millender tonight. And Sabah Hamasi has the back. He has hooks in. here with less than a minute, and it will be no moral victory for Curtis Millender tonight to go the distance. Damn nice escape. Yes. Yes, Greg Brimstone. I mean, am I wrong? Does anybody not have this 2-0 for Sabah Hamasi? And Homasi get in the back again. Oh, Sabah continuing to fight. I mean, he doesn't want to leave it up to the judges. You can see Millender landing some hammer fists to try to stop it, but Homasi going for the armbar here. And they better give this fight to Sabah Hamasi. And Curtis Millender landing some ground and pound here at the end of the round. And a nice finish here for Millender, but too little, too late. That third round was pretty close, but 29-28. That's the best I can do for you, Curtis. Best I can do. And speaking of trash talking, anybody who didn't notice it during the week, Michael Chandler and Benson Henderson, they were not friendly towards each other during the week. And Benson Henderson is generally friendly to everyone. He's smooth Ben. He doesn't really let anything bother him. But tonight, not so much the case. Bad weight cut possibly? Curtis hasn't looked as explosive as he usually does. Possibly. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But yeah, he just didn't. He looked very low energy tonight. And now that we're not in the heat of the moment in retrospect, maybe he's sick. Maybe he's dealing with, like you said, a bad weight cut, some nagging injuries. I don't know what he was dealing with. I just definitely expected more from him tonight. And, I mean, I don't like to get on fighters because they're doing something, I don't like to criticize them like that. They're doing something that, most of us, none of us in the chat, as far as I know, we're doing it at this level. Unless there's any of the... anybody from our interviews of Friends with Fighters on here. Let's throw a trivia question out there. And 3, 2, 1. This decision brought to you by MMA with Friends Trivia. And we're going to get a quick decision right after the decision. I'm going to throw out a trivia question. And I'll admit, I did not write them down today. I'm just going to go from memory. So I'll try to go on and double check and make sure I'm correct before I throw them out there. Here is the final decision. All three 29-28. Sabah Hamasi. Unanimous decision. Judges got it right. That's how I had it. I thought it could have even been a 30-27. I assumed it would probably be a 29-28, but anyway around it, you look at strikes landed, and Millender actually landed more strikes, 47-25. Sabah Hamasi got 4 takedowns. But I'm going to tell you something else that Curtis Millender, I think, did tonight, is that he did a little bit of writing the judges' scorecards for them. When his corner said, "Stop feeling sorry for yourself," I mean, I think he was spot on because Curtis Millender was giving off a body language that he was not winning that fight. Whether that was true or not, when you have close rounds, if you don't think you're winning the fight, if you convince the judges that you think you're losing the fight, obviously, that's not going to help you. All right, first trivia question of the night. Yeah, I think it's the weight cut. Says Claver, good win for Homasi. Yes, it was. Yes, that was a good one, it sounded like. Thank you, Quavid. Thank you for those that are listening by audio. I try to give enough details so everybody, you know, it's just like listen to like an old radio show, like when they used to have boxing on the radio back in the day. But trivia question, first trivia question of the night is this. This UFC light heavyweight had fights left on his contract, but recently asked to be released and was picked straight up by Bellator. He actually said there's levels to this game and then went over to Bellator. I'm not sure what he meant by that. I guess a little bit of a jab to the UFC. This particular light heavyweight has not had a good relationship with Dana White. It is not John Jones. No, John Jones did not sign with Bellator. John Jones did ask to be released. He did say he was relinquishing his title. But the gentleman I'm talking about is no longer with the UFC as of, it might have been as of today. This is very recent news. All right, I'm going to break it because there's been enough time to Google it now. Corey Anderson. Corey Anderson, everybody forgot about him when he was in the UFC, maybe because of his style sometimes, and everybody forgot about him in the chat. That's why he didn't get a shot at the championship. Corey Anderson is in Bellator. No hate to him. For whatever reason, the UFC decided not to push him, and he couldn't push himself over the top himself, and that's the way it happened. John Jones... Oh, that was quick. Can anybody help me? Did he get that? Anybody else other than John Jones? Did he get that before I said it? Oh, wow. I didn't even know he left the UFC. I believe that just happened today. Now, he's been unhappy for quite a while. And remember, he talked about, wanting to get a title shot or leave. And... that was before his last fight, and Dana White came out. I mean, he came out very fiery. And he's like, if you think you can do better somewhere else, my friend, there's the frickin' door. Don't let it hit you in the ass on the way out. I think he actually did right before you called it. Boom. All right, thank you. Thank you, Greg, for the honesty, and John Jones. John Jones, not the one that tried to leave the UFC, but he gets it. And the winner of tonight's trivia will get an entry to win EA UFC 4 on PlayStation or Xbox. And I'm going to throw a little secret out there. Everybody doesn't know this, I guess. And I got early access. Who's out there for gamers? PlayStation 4, Xbox. When we're done here tonight, or when you get a chance, go sign up for a 7-day trial. And I didn't put a link out because they're not paying me. But no, I would have put a link out for you guys, but I just didn't think of it, honestly. Go over to EA Access. It's $4.99 a month, but you can get a 7-day trial. Right now, you can get 10 hours free on the new UFC 4. EA UFC 4 game. So if you want to take it for a spin, which I'm going to do here soon, and I'm going to put up a bunch of video. Me and young David are going to try out the game. I actually want to either record or stream the first time we play. So you guys are seeing it. It's worth seeing it for the very first time. So I think that'll be fun. But yeah, I have not even downloaded it. I don't believe that you have to have pre-ordered the game. I think you just have to sign up for EA access. So make sure and do that. Well, if I win, give it to someone who has a system. Because I'm okay with just answering questions. Night, Clavin. But that wouldn't be fair. I am doing for anybody who does not have a system. If you don't want it, I'm giving out a $50 Amazon gift card. And I know everybody can use that. Georgi Karakhanyan making his way into the cage right now. He'll be taking on another UFC veteran. And am I mixing him up with someone? But did Myles Jury leave his gloves in the cage? I think I'm thinking of somebody else. Now that I think about it, maybe I was thinking of Chad Mendez because he had fought Myles Jury not that long ago. I play both, but I'm on Xbox way more than PS. Oh, what's up, Torrent? So glad Corey Anderson got out of the UFC and went to Bellator. I wish more fighters in the UFC would take the Corey Anderson approach. Get out of the UFC. Dana White doesn't care about you. In Corey Anderson's situation, I think it was smart, actually, what he did now. He went out there publicly. And basically, he says, I'm going to go out there and challenge the boss. Which, myself and Tyron Woodley wouldn't generally advise. And I didn't think it was very smart to begin with. Myles Jury, 13 wins by finish. This guy's been in the game a minute. But I think he went out publicly and he wanted to say, hey, I want to see how much does the boss in the UFC care about me? Do they want to make me a star? Do they want to give me a title shot? I can't do this forever. I need to know where I stand. And in public, he asked the boss, where do I stand? Are you going to show me some respect? Corey No Love was feeling no love. And, I agree with the result. If your boss does not want you in a job, go elsewhere. Be honest would help, but still I don't like receiving. I heard, I was glad to see fighters like Masasi and Bader go to Bellator rather than getting paid peanuts in UFC. Bader's doing very well. Bader got Fedor. So I was happy to see that. I'm also a big Fedor fan, but yeah, I am happy for the guy. Corey Anderson can't beat the top UFC top 5, says Trev. That's why he left. He just got KO'd. What's up, dudes? What's up, Trevi? Good to see you, my friend. Clavin says, what's up? And this is an interesting fight because we just had a UFC fighter that was coming in about a 3-1 favorite, and now we have another UFC fighter coming in that's about a 3-1 favorite. I'm going to go to the odds right now because I don't think Bellator generally says them. Georgi Karakanyan, 29-10-1. Myles Jury, 18-5. Georgi, 4 years older. Myles, 3 inches taller. And Myles Jury will have a 4.5-inch reach advantage. Can he take advantage of that in the way his fellow UFC former competitor did not? 16 first-round finishes, 4 knockouts, 12 subs out of the blue corner. Georgi Karakanyan. I like that name. I like to say that name. That's fun. All right. right, former UFC veteran, 12 first-round finishes, 9 by knockout, 3 by submission. Myles Georgi. Mike Beltran, one of the best in the game, the referee for tonight. He is always at these Bellator competitions. I don't know if he just prefers them more. You don't see him in the UFC a lot. He's not an employee of Bellator. None of these referees are employees of certain organizations. But it's a commission to a commission thing. And here we go. Myles Georgi in the red gloves. Karakanyan in the blue. Nice low leg kick there from Myles. And for those of you that weren't here earlier, you seen a big upset in the last fight. Curtis Millender, former UFC veteran, dropping one to Sabah Hamasi. Let's see if Georgi Karakanyan can continue the stretch for Bellator. If Myles Georgi can be successful in his debut. Exchange of leg kicks. Nice left hand counter over the top from Myles. Low leg kick from Georgi. Of course, Myles Georgi been in the game a lot longer than Millender, at least at UFC level. Nice inside leg kick from Georgi. He catches a foot kick. Catches that kick, but a right hand from Georgi. And Georgi with a nice leg kick of his own. This is why I come back. Everyone is nice here. And Mike is legit broadcast. Thank you. Thank you, Clavin. Thank you, everybody, for being nice. Nice job there from Georgi catching that body kick of Georgi's. Both these guys are generally fast starters. A lot of respect being shown by both guys, though. Nice inside leg kick there from Georgi. Nice double jab and a low leg kick from Georgi. And, just as Sabah Homasi, Georgi Karakanyan, he's got, nice right hand there from Myles Georgi. I would say a good 500,000-600,000 people watching tonight. And, he can make a name for himself over a former big UFC name. Nice leg kick there from Georgi and a nice leg kick of his own. Myles Georgi not wanting to be made a name of tonight. Nice jab. And a good exchange, and Georgi's going to clinch here. And I got a good question for you guys. Nice knee there from Georgi. So if UFC guys coming in, say the two UFC guys coming in tonight lose, and the Bellator guys start to beat a lot more of these former UFC guys coming in. Does that make more UFC guys or less want to come over? Because I know you might say less because, hey, it seems like, there's a big payday or whatever, but are they going to want to say, hey, we can come over here. Look, Bellator, they're showing that they have some great fighters over there. I want to train hard, and I want to go over there and help them build. Nice knees on the inside there from Georgi Karakanyan. Big John says because Beltran won't shave and USC doesn't like that. Huh. Oh, nice. I wouldn't go that far. We're just grown folks who don't have time for BS. Wish Tony Ferguson would have got out of UFC because UFC doesn't treat him good either. He only getting that Justin G fight so he can lose because they never wanted Tony to be champion. Damn, that's a hot take, Torin. Hot take. Pinned message, first pinned message of the night for Torin. And Georgi going for the takedown here. Myles Georgi has great takedown defense, but neither one of these guys has done anything huge to show that they deserve to win this first round. So I don't think it would take too much to still it. Nice knees inside from Georgi. If anything, Georgi's probably winning this round. I think he's been just a little busier. Nice knees on the inside. Myles got a right up underhook there. Oh, and there's a bad gash. Really bad gash. above the head of Georgi Karakanyan. You see shots thrown, and Georgi Karakanyan has been lightning accurate. Over 65% of his shots landed tonight, 19 out of 30. Nice front kick to the body there from Georgi, or 19 out of 29. Excuse me. Nice knee to the body there from Georgi. Oh, and a big elbow there. Front kick to the body. Oh, nice combination there from Georgi. I was going to say, Georgi, don't give this round up. Nice combination. Georgi shoots. Myles lands a couple of elbows. And that's definitely could leave some room in some of the judges' mind to give that first round to Myles' Georgi. I did not. I give it to Georgi Karakanyan. Like I said, Georgi is a very fast starter. Has a lot of his victories in that very first round. How is he going to do going forward? We'll see. You know, Myles, a wily veteran. I don't ever remember him having issues with cardio. I mean, he went hard at Chad Mendes in their last fight. So, all right, and seconds left to this round. What's up, Song Pizza? Howdy, sir. Tony didn't have to cut weight twice or take that fight. What's up, Jay? Good to see you, sir. I don't know. I think Connor got his ginger soul stolen by Khabib. Oh, that is hilarious. Probably not a popular opinion, but I think Tony beats Gaethje 9 out of 10 times. I think Ferguson just had a bad weight cut and a bad night. I don't know how much it affected him, and nobody knows except for maybe Tony Ferguson in that camp. But that extra weight cut definitely did not help him. That was not a smart idea. Nice low leg kick from Myles. And Myles with the body kick and another low leg kick that second round. I wasn't listening to his corner, but I imagine they probably told him, hey, it's a good chance you lost that first round. You need to get out there and work. Nice leg kick to body kick combo there for Myles, and checks that leg kick from Georgi. That was nice. He's got to be careful about not becoming too predictable, though. He's thrown that combination out there a few times. Nice exchange of leg kicks and a nice jab there for Georgi. Oh, good right hand over the top for Georgi Karakanyan. Oh, nice left hand and an inside leg kick from the wily southpaw Myles Georgi. Oh, nice right hand there from Georgi, and he's just much, much busier this round. Nice right hand there from Georgi, but Myles Georgi now he's working. He's making sure he is working the entire time. That's important. Nice right hook off the angle and a front kick to the body for Myles. Myles was too easily hittable in that first round, too predictable, and you've seen it in Georgi. I mean, that is very rare that a guy's going to have over 65% striking accuracy. Nice combination up top for Georgi, though. Knee to the body from Georgi. All right, 28 of you beautiful fight fans in here. Everybody, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed for some reason, make sure and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you're notified for tomorrow. When we come back and do this again, Derek Lewis versus Alexei Olenek. And a lot of other good fights on that card. We're going to go over that a little later in the broadcast. Nice front kick to the body there from Georgi. Nice straight left from Georgi. Georgi comes back with the right hand and a low leg kick. These guys are mixing it up now. Nice left hand from Georgi. And a good front kick to the body there. Oh, and a big elbow standing from Georgi. And if Georgi thought, hey, I'm going to come out here this second round and, pump up the volume, pump up the pressure, and Georgi's not going to be able to handle it. So far, he's wrong. Nice knee to the body and a front kick from Georgi. Nice left hook over the top. A right hook from Georgi. Oh, left hand and a right ball from Georgi Karakanyan. He nailed Myles with that right hook. And Georgie's got some power. Georgi Karakanyan, I mean, he will send you down deep looking for a little homemade boat. And Georgie gets the takedown. And Myles Jury pops back up here. What's up, Jay? Good to see you, Jay. Howdy, everyone. Hope you're all having a good evening. Yes, for sure. That was a mistake. Yes, I think they took his ego for that fight. Like here, I know you should be fighting for the belt, but here, fight this guy. This is true. That's a good point. Yeah, I like Dustin because my boy Theo like him, so I definitely like Dustin. Oh, nice right elbows in the clinch from Myles Jury. He's came back and had a tremendous round. A very strategic round here against Georgie, but very active. Georgie still had his moments, but I think Myles doing what he needed to do to win this round. Oh, another nice elbow there. Right hook from Georgie. He's really got to start watching out for those looping right hooks from Georgie, though, because Georgie's landing those often. He gets the takedown. Who we thinking for the win tonight? Chandler or Henderson? Most of you guys said Chandler in voting in the polls this week. He is the favorite. He did win the last time, although it was a great fight. Nice elbows here from Georgi Karakanyan. Myles. Or excuse me, from Myles. Georgie working on this takedown. Oh, nice knees there at the end. Good round for Myles Jury. Tony's not as fast as he used to be. Chandler impressed me against Eddie a lot. Chandler's one of these guys, he's just been around forever. It would have been a huge loss for Bellator if they would have lost him. I'm guessing when the contract came up, they just threw the bank at him. I'm guessing that UFC was just not going to throw out the kind of money for Michael Chandler that the UFC did. Or excuse me, that Bellator did. I don't know. Generally, yeah, we think of the UFC as the guys that put the money out. But, that time I think it was Bellator. And obviously they're putting some money out for some of these guys because Curtis Millender is now in the UFC. Myles Jury has passed from the UFC to Bellator. And now also Corey Anderson has agreed a contract with the UFC. Nice little leg kick there from Georgie. Playing WCW versus the world. This game's so freaking bad. You sound like my son. Message deleted by the Google moderator team. What did you say, Arcade? I have never seen that message. And Google moderator team, what the F are you doing in my stream? Get out of here. I didn't hire no Google moderator team. Nate Diaz is over the hill. He's a punching bag. He's not active enough, man. Nice front kick to the body there from Jury. Right hook there from Georgie, though. Oh, left hook and a beautiful elbow there from Jury. Nice right hand from Georgie. Myles comes back with a right hand kick to the body. Right hand to the body there from Georgie. And Myles is really finding a home for that elbow over the top. And he is slicing Georgie up. I think Tony has a bad matchup for Dustin. I love Dustin, don't get me wrong, but I think he matches up bad against him. I think a lot of people match up bad against Tony. And I think it's people really act like they don't care about Diaz, but when he fights, you are watching. Hey, I'm a part of the Diaz army. I love the Diaz brothers. I think he is more patient now, and he will destroy Dustin's legs. I just forgot that Tony made weight twice for that fight. He did. He didn't need to, but Diaz is overrated. Calm down, some pizza. I agree he's overrated, but they entertain me. I mean, this is an entertainment game. I think for a long time he was underrated. Now he's extremely overrated ever since he beat Connor. Georgi gets the takedown there momentarily. Myles Jury pops right back up. Nice elbow there for Myles Jury. Both these guys are tired, but I have this around a piece, and these guys are warring. Nice knee to the body and elbow from Myles Jury. Right hook from Georgi. Another elbow for Myles Jury. It is amazing how accurate he has been tonight with that elbow, and Georgi's going to jump guard here and go for a guillotine. I don't think he's got anything going on here. I'd be very surprised to see Myles Jury at this point in his career get tapped out by a guillotine from standing, and he is out. There's a lot of blood that just ran down the back of Georgi, and I thought it was from Georgi. But I want to see Myles could be cut here as well. Nice left hand there from Myles. Or it could be all from Georgi. It's hard to see. Myles pressing his face into Georgi right now. Georgi going for the submissions on the bottom. Nice elbow from Myles. Some nice ground and pound. I got to hand it to the judges. Some of them went out and gotten educated, though, and they are giving proper credit to what's being done, what guys are doing from their guard. And Myles Jury with the back now. He wants to leave no doubt here. He's got hooks in. He's got Georgi in a weird position here. This is not a good position for Georgi. And yeah, he's going to give up the back. He kind of had to try to escape there, but Myles was not going to let him go. I really didn't see a good escape route there for Georgi. And there he goes and he pulls guard. Great use of that right foot from Georgi. Just pushes the left leg of Myles Jury's down, gets out of that mount and ends up in guard. Nice elbows from Myles, though, from above. Now what fight I'll watch with Nate? Nate Diaz versus Cosmo. You really don't like Nate, do you? Because that guy is a killer. Who in the hell is going to want to fight that guy? Because it is all risk and a little reward right now for fighting that guy. Nice elbows and shots to the body of Myles Jury, closing out this show the way a 3-1 favorite should. And Georgi popping back up for a second. Myles really wanting to leave no doubt in the judges' minds right now that he's won this fight. Pushes Georgi up against the fence and lands a nice elbow there at the end. This is over. I have a 29-28 Myles Jury. And, he's gotten through the butterflies of going to an organization here. I thought Myles Jury looked very good in those last two rounds, especially in the third round. Where his cardio advantage really seemed to show. And I think I'm happy for him. Good performance there for Myles Jury. God, I got to tell you guys, I think I'm going to have to get new glasses again. Accidentally took off that other purple bar earlier. There it is. And then I couldn't find it on my screen. My sight is getting bad. Nate is the only one in years with the balls to stand and bang with Masvidal. If nothing else, you got to give him credit for that. Oh, I love watching him fight. Oh, I'd like to see Nick fight again, to be honest, says Clywood. Everybody would. Not me. I'm a die-hard Diaz fan, both of them. I'd pay full pay-per-view price to watch McGregor Diaz 3. Oh, you and me both, Greg. I want to see that fight again, too. Those are two guys that they just match up. I don't care how many fights they win or lose in a row. And, some people could say, hey, you're kind of taking advantage here. When a lot of people, including the UFC, said, we could do that fight anytime. That fight always works. Nate Diaz and Conor, but maybe not for everybody, but at least for me, they're right. As long as those guys are fighting close to the level that they were of when they fought each other in that second fight, I'm going to pay for that fight and I'm going to be excited about it. People are talking about Tony wasn't as fast as he used to be in that fight. I'm guessing Tony wasn't at his peak either. Mike Perry is entertaining. Mike Perry is he's kind of a train wreck right now, though. And you see strikes landed even, 59-59. Kicks landed more for Myles. Georgi punches landed by quite a bit more. Myles Jury, he landed 12 of those elbows, though, to just 2 from Georgi. And here's the official decision. (30-27) Karakanyan. And 30-27 for Jury. 29-28. 29-28. Split decision. Myles Jury. We have got some strange judges here. One judge gave all 3 rounds to Georgi. One judge gave all 3 rounds to Myles. That was strange, but at least the third judge knew what he was doing, and they got the decision right in my mind. Nick Diaz versus Paul Daly was fire. Yes, he was. Oh, you're not overrated if your losses are the best fighters. Plus guys that never finished hold extra extreme. Diaz brothers are not overrated, says Trevi. All right, Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is not on Nick's level. Let's be clear about that. Yeah, I like Nick more than Nate, to be honest. Usman might avoid that new Russian kid at 170. I believe is a nightmare matchup for Usman. Yeah, he's going to definitely want Chimyov to get some more fights under his belt. And he's going to be able to do that for a little while. And I'm not saying Usman's running from Chimyov because I haven't even heard him address the kid. But you've seen like Tito Ortiz, kind of reminds me back in the day, really not want to fight Chuck Liddell. I'm wondering if we're going to see the same thing from guys at welterweight, for guys really not wanting to fight Chimyov. This guy scares me. This guy's a nightmare for a lot of these fighters. I mean, his ground and pound, him and Peter Yan, those guys get so much level on their ground and pound. They scare me. They're hurting guys. I mean, they are. It's almost like you have referees that are not, like, I'm not sure if they know what they're seeing. If they're seeing it the same as they're seeing on a monitor, they're not used to it or whatever it is. But, there's not a lot of guys with really solid ground and pound. These guys have really solid and dangerous ground and pound. Chimyov and Peter Yan. I mean, that was Tito Ortiz's big thing back in the day. A lot of people wonder, why was Tito Ortiz ever big? He was completely overrated and stuff. He was pretty good, definitely a pretty damn good fighter at one time. And those elbows from inside the guard and the half guard were one of his biggest weapons. Jury did win. What's up, Stephen Kremlin? Split decision, though. I thought he won it easily, 29-28. But Friday, August 24th, they're talking to Ryan Bader. He's going to be defending his championship against Vadim Nemkov. For those who don't know who Nemkov is, this is a legit challenge to Bader's light heavyweight championship. Very well-rounded sambo fighter. Similar style to Bader. So it's going to be an interesting fight. See people act like they don't care about Diaz, but you will watch his fights. That goes for both Diaz brothers. Guys think Woodley versus Covington will happen. I think Woodley and Hollywood needs to happen. I don't think Tyron Woodley, I'm not sure if he doesn't have the interest in fighting or he doesn't have the skills left for fighting. What I've seen for him in the last 2 fights does not represent the fighter that Tyron Woodley was during that long title reign. I mean, he did nothing. Like I said, like when Conor said, "You'll do nothing," he did nothing against Kamaru Usman. I repeat, nothing. He had nothing against Kamaru Usman. And then he looked very similar against Gilbert Burns. I mean, just absolutely dominated. 2 fights in a row that for 5 complete rounds, he was never in the fight, never showed that he deserved to win 1 round. And against Usman, he did not win. He did not win 1 of 25 minutes. I mean, you want to talk about domination and the inability to fight. I was as big a Tyron Woodley fan, just about as they come. I am still a big fan of him. I like the guy. But you got to know when you're done. And he went off to Thailand. He said he was going off to Thailand to make things better, to make things serious, and get back to where he needs to be before his last fight. And he came out and he just looked absolutely, I don't want to say horrible, but just like he doesn't belong on that level anymore. He looked like he was ready to go to Bellator or retire. Nothing against Bellator. I want to see GSP versus Khabib. If Khabib beats Justin Gaethje, we will see GSP versus Khabib. I'm going to say that right now. GSP has been looking for that fight for a long time. I had inside information that GSP wanted to fight Khabib a long time ago. Everybody called me crazy. Right before GSP retired. That's the reason he retired. Is that's because it was the only fight he wanted. They're not real public about it, but GSP is in the testing pool right now. So he'll be eligible by the time. Should Khabib get past Justin Gaethje, and that's a big if, George St. Pierre will be there for him. Would you order a pay-per-view with Conor versus Tony Ferguson? Is that an entertaining fight for you, Mike? Abso-freaking-lutely. That's an awesome fight, man. Why the hell wouldn't I? I just watched a little while ago the first Chandler Anderson fight. It was effing awesome. I've been Henderson. I have Ben Henderson's DVD, The Rise of Ben Henderson. It's pretty cool. Nice. Torn, I would love that matchup. I think Woodley Covington makes sense for both fighters right now. Both coming off a loss, but the bad blood could sell it. I don't see why they wouldn't make it happen. It's just, I'll watch it. It's not a it's not a pay-per-view match for me. All right, that was the match. That was the comment I meant to pin there. Same thing with Conor McGregor avoiding Tony Ferguson. Honest Torn. If it gets past the second round, I'm picking Tony. I would too. Usman will ragdoll that Russian kid. Remember Usman's 5-round war with Colby? Usman will tire Russian out 2.5 or 2-1, 2-3 rounds, and then mop the floor with him. Usman's cardio is insane. It is insane. Arcade says hashtag can't break Nate. Well, I mean, some might argue that Jorge Masvidal broke him. But I do like Nate Diaz. I don't want to see the Masvidal-Diaz fight, not for the same reason maybe a lot of people don't fight. I don't think it's a competitive matchup. I just think Masvidal, I don't know if Masvidal is that much better of a fighter, but stylistically, Nate just does not match up well against him. I do think Nate was dealing with some things that week, including the anxiety of having the president there and all that security and everything. I know Nick I think Nick just went about winning a panic attack just being there for that week was crazy. First week that he hasn't been out, that he had been kind of public again, and he picks that week. I mean, he wanted to be there because it was a big fight for his brother. But, I mean, the security there and having the president there and everything, I mean, I'm not getting political. I don't care how you feel about the president. I mean, just, you got the Secret Service and everything there, all that pressure that puts on it. That'll do a toll on people with a little bit of anxiety issues. And, the Diaz brothers have made made it no secret that they have some anxiety issues. Garbrandt is fighting for the flyweight title. Is that official, Sam Pizza? Are you breaking news that I did not know about? Because if that is true, I did not know that. That is amazing. Oh, I like that fight. Yeah, that guy's crazy. He out Tyrone. Yep, Ben Henderson has some of the highest fight IQ. Kept punching Nate's legs, which made Nate dip down, and then Benson came up with an uppercut and dropped Nate. Yep. Josh Thompson broke Nate. Some pizza. Who remembers Marco Huas? The king of the foot stomp, king of the leg kicks. I mean, kicked, the polar bear, Paul Varlin's legs, all 330 pounds of him, until he couldn't walk anymore. That was amazing. And I happen to be friends with Paul Varlin's, and it's funny, I would never bring that fight up. It's funny how much he likes to talk about that fight. He loves the history of that fight, even though he lost. I mean, what a fan of MMA, and what a good judge, and he fought over, in Brazil, over in the World Valley Judo competitions. He fought 7 in the UFC. Paul Varlins did a little more than a lot of people think. And like I said, super nice guy. But I thought that was interesting. He's got such a good sense of humor about that fight. Song Pizza, do you think Tony can get some good hits in on Connor on the feet, or do you think it's a mismatch? I want to see more just fights, says Clavid. Yeah, Tim Johnson and Matt Mitrione, Meathead, should be coming up next. Josh versus Josh Flopson. Who's he fighting again? I think Tony can touch him on the feet for sure. Heavyweight MMA up next. Yep. Got a feeling Connor fights Ferguson. He might bum rush him like he did Cerrone. If he fights him, maybe. I don't think Connor's itching to fight Tony Ferguson now. Especially right now. There's not a lot of upside to it. I mean, there is and there isn't. Could see Nate Diaz and Tony fight because being the bloodiest fight ever with all that scar tissue. I agree, Tony, but Connor better work on his cardio if he ever fights Ferguson. He's never going to have Ferguson's cardio. I mean, he doesn't have the build for it. And he doesn't have he wouldn't be able to fight with the same style, that explosiveness that he fights with. And he's got a sprinter's, I've decided, Conor McGregor, he's got a sprinter's body. Tony Ferguson is a marathon runner. Conor McGregor's Usain Bolt. Boom, 13 seconds. Goodbye, Jose Aldo. But Tony Ferguson, he's going to take you to deep waters and drown you. And he's going to do a lot of cool things along the way. Could see Nate and Tony fight. Yeah, I don't think Nate does good against Tony either. Like I said, I like the Diaz brothers, but I do agree that Nate right now is overrated, especially for how inactive he's been in quite a while. And they are really, apparently Bellator is going to go through the entire Instagram of Tim here. Tim Johnson, the guy coming up to fight Matt Mitrione. They must think that he's a rising star. Maybe they're picking him over Matt Mitrione tonight. Not so much a McGregor fan, but Connor would destroy Ferguson. I don't know. Yeah, I wish you didn't make it so hard to like him, but yeah, Conor has some skills. Not taking that from him. He needs to work on his personality. Well, I mean, that personality has made him a lot of money. Look at Floyd Mayweather. People paid a lot of money to hate him. And, he did more than Floyd did by far, though, to sell that fight. When he fought Floyd. I still think he learned a lot from Floyd, though. Be interesting to hear the conversations those guys have behind closed doors. Because Conor McGregor he was so aggressive to Floyd Mayweather, so demeaning. 10 of 13 wins by knockout. 7 wins in the first round. The Blue Timothy Johnson making his way into the cage. This guy is no joke. Odds are almost even tonight for him to defeat Matt Mitrione. Get some double audio, Mike. Thank you. Let me see if I can. Let me know if this catches it. I unplugged the mic because the mic wasn't working good, and I'm using the audio of my webcam. I'm still waiting on a new mic. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you. You guys remember when Meathead said he was going to be the heavyweight Dominic Chris? That is funny. Oh, my. You imagine a press conference would be between Tony and Conor. Oh, my goodness. I mean, talking about, we've seen monster cans get thrown. We might see baseballs get thrown at that one. Wow, that could get violent. And here he comes. Meathead Matt Mitrione, 11 of 13 wins by knockout. Also 7 in the first round. This could be an interesting first round. And Matt Mitrione, he's a heavyweight. That generally weighs in around that heavyweight limit. He does not look fat tonight, though. Mitrione sometimes looks a little more on the I guess chunky side you want to call it. Got a little bit of love handles and stuff. He's never walking out here with a six-pack, but he looks pretty solid tonight. Timothy Johnson 13-6, Mitrione 13-7. Mitrione 7 years older though at 42. They both weighed in near that 265-pound limit. Mitrione with a 2-inch reach advantage, 80 inches. Mitrione 262.2. Timothy Johnson just 0.6 pounds heavier, 263.2. So no advantage there. 100% better audio. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Decided for Whitaker versus Canyoneer. I think it was your phone. Possibly 8 first-round finishes. 5 knockouts and 3 subs in the first round. In the blue gloves, Tim Johnson. And out of the red corner, this is the co-main event of the evening, by the way, guys. Quick and notable wins. Fedor Emelianenko, Roy Nelson, Kimbo Slice, Derek Lewis, and Gabriel Gonzaga. Quite the resume. Matt, the Meathead Mitrione, your referee again will be Mike Beltran with that epic beard. And just seconds away, gentlemen. Here we go. And Timothy Johnson walking out like maybe he wants to touch gloves at the beginning. Matt did not come back over, so I'm not sure if that meant anything. 7 first-round knockouts for Mitrione, 8 first-round finishes for Johnson. This one could be over quickly. And both guys just kind of look like they're waiting till... Oh, and Tim Johnson with a quick sweep catches Mitrione off balance Immediately goes to side control, lands some shots. I'm not sure if he caught Mitrione off balance. I mean, he did. He got all that weight on one foot. But, I mean, quick start for Tim Johnson. Davison is a beast. Dude, Cody Garbrandt and Davison, my goodness. Figueiredo, Davison, that guy, he hits hard. He's the hardest hitting featherweight I think I've ever seen. Him and John Dodson. And he might Dodson back in the day really, had a shot. Figueiredo, I think, is a more complete fighter. Oh, yeah, he just kind of pushed him off balance. You can see in the replay in the corner there. And Timothy Johnson on top. Landing the ground and pound. Okay, Bellator guys against former UFC guys. 1-1 right now. Curtis Millender lost his debut to Sabah Homasi. I thought got pretty much dominated. And then Myles Jury won his debut in the last fight. Even though the judges had a little closer than I did. We'll see what Matt Mitrione's able to do here. But Tim Johnson dominating from the top here in side control. Yeah, Mitrione losing his chin. Poor girl ain't going to be pretty no more. Oh, anyone here? Paige Van Zandt is going to BKFC. Oh my goodness. Ow. That's hard to hear. I thought I heard a rumor about it. I didn't think it was, I wasn't sure if it was true. I think I heard something about that. She should just do it. Oh my goodness. Damn, just do Instagram, man. Yes, Cloud, absolutely. Put her on, make her get her on as a freaking judge in one of those reality shows. Oh, nice ground and pound here from the top from Tim Johnson. And, for all the years that Steve Tyler performed in Aerosmith, he said where he got his money from was those years he did American Idol. Jackhammer ground and pound here from Timothy Johnson. And Matt Mitrione's having to get up. Timothy Johnson is punishing Mitrione. They might have to stop this. It's over! Timothy Johnson knocks out Matt Mitrione in the first round. And there you go. Former UFC fighters against Bellator. 2-1 in favor of Bellator. Timothy Johnson really just wipes the mat with Meathead. Wow. That did not look like the fighter that defeated Fedor Emelianenko a little over a year ago. Wow. Stupid ref missing the head collection. It's hard. They're hard to see. Damn, Mitrione caught a headbutt to the jaw. Unlucky. Davison has granite chin. That dude, can he punches? Well, nothing hurts him. I don't. Cody punches. See, Cody's punches phasing him at all, Mike. But I do see Davison hurting Cody. Putting out the lights. Damn. Yeah, I have to watch that headbutt again. I thought Mitrione was just that just fell off balance. But John McCarthy just said was a headbutt that caused him to go down. So I mean, refs aren't perfect, but it looks like Mike Beltrame missed one here tonight. Dejected Matt Mitrione. I mean, yeah, he ate a lot of ground and pound. But man, we're ready for our main event already. That was some BS. Let's see if Benson gets it on him still. That was a headbutt to start the fight. I don't think he fully recovered. No, yeah, weird start to the fight. And I mean, you can say some of that stuff, you know, should be in fighting, headbutts, 12-6, even if you are for those things being in fighting. If you're not prepared for it, if somebody uses the advantage of something that you're not supposed to use, you're not going to prepare for things that are illegal. So, I mean, I would like to see this rematch booked right away, but Matt Mitrione's been in some strange ones in Bellator now. Remember, he was in that groin one against the Russian cat. I can't think of the guy's name right now, but he hit the guy in the groin, kicked him so hard that he in the first round that he couldn't continue. Believe they are about doing Holloway versus Alexander 3. Tired of seeing that fight. Let the next deserving contender have his shot. What's up, Adam from Ellen? Damn, I'm late. Hello, Mike and everyone. Hello, sir. You're not too late, but man, they are getting down to business quickly. Hour and a half in, and we're already through 3 of the 4 fights. I like Bendo more now. He's not UFC champ. He doesn't fight as careful as he did when he had that strap. He goes for finishes now. I don't want to see that fight for the third time. Boring, says Jay. But John said he was supposed to stand him back up after the headbutt. And Tim Johnson, shakes Matt Mitrione's hand. What's he supposed to do? It's not his fault. Defend yourself at all times. What's Tim Johnson supposed to say? Hey, I think I caught him with a headbutt. Can you stand us up so I don't have an unfair advantage? It's fighting. Who won the belt from the smooth one? Can't remember. Yep, Anthony Pettis. And that was going to be one of my trivia questions tonight. All right, 45 people watching. Thank you very much, guys. Everybody hit that thumbs up button if you like what I do here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and make sure and hit the notifications so you're here to watch tomorrow's UFC. That's right. We'll be back again less than 24 hours from now for UFC Fight Night, Derek Lewis and Alexei Olenek. That stylistically is tremendously interesting. Henderson, a lightweight. Yes, he is. Although, didn't him and Pettis fight at 145 at one time? I thought I'm pretty sure in WEC they fought at 145. I could be wrong. Tim Johnson landed all 22 strikes, 21 of them by punches. I don't hear what he says about that headbutt. Well, Timothy Johnson doesn't really address the headbutt. I mean, not surprising. Take the big win, big boy. And if you get a rematch, more money in the bank. All right, 52 people watching. The main event of the evening is up next, guys. Boom. Benson Smooth Henderson right here out of Seattle against Iron Michael Chandler. And if you're following me over there on Twitter, Seattle Mike at MMA with Friends, or excuse me, Seattle Mike at Fights W Friends. You'll see that and I tweeted a knockout of Michael Chandler, a video of him with a former knockout trying to hype people up for this fight, and Michael Chandler liked it and retweeted it. And my tweet ended up getting more likes than Chandler, but that's another story. It's very cool to see be retweeted by Iron Michael Chandler. Honestly, really enjoy when you do trivia. All right, let's throw some new trivia out there. Wonder if he still fights with a toothpick in his mouth. I do not think so. Benson, Henderson, Washington. Yeah, he's, I believe, from Federal Way, Washington, which is a suburb of Seattle. There is actually, for those that don't know, there's only about 700,000 to 800,000 people in the city of Seattle. And then there's about 2.5 to 3 million in what's considered the Seattle area. And that's a pretty broad area of Western Washington. And Federal Way is about as far south from Seattle as I am north. Let's throw the next trivia question out there, though. Everybody refresh your browsers. And 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, this is just from the top of my head, so real quick, I am going to make sure that I don't throw out a question and have the wrong answer. All right, I just couldn't remember if it was Showtime or HBO. Okay, HBO is, here's the trivia question. HBO is putting out a limited short series on this famously outspoken heavyweight. A guy that doesn't get a lot of love, but famously outspoken heavyweight. Does it really rain a lot in Seattle? It rained a lot when it is gray a lot, cloudy a lot. I am just about 25, 30 miles from Seattle, closer to the mountains, so I actually get even a little more rain. But yeah, it's not a lot of sunny days here. We do get a pretty good amount of rain. I'm from Texas. Please, did Curtis win? What's up, Henry? Curtis Millender lost. He came out really flat, man. I thought he won the third round, and that was it. And the judges agreed with me, 29-28. He got beat up pretty good in the first 2 rounds. Ben Henderson was born in Arizona, but grew up in Washington. Moved to Washington when he was 3 years old. I did not realize that. Let's go, champ. MMA heavyweight or boxing? Oh, I'm sorry, boxing. All right, I'm going to repeat the question real quick. HBO is working on a series. They're going to be doing a variety series. It's a 6-part series on a former heavyweight boxing champion. Very outspoken, especially for the time. It is not Evander Holyfield or George Foreman. Ali, you guys have had enough time to Google it now. I'm going to let you know. Jack Johnson, I believe the first black heavyweight of all time. This guy was extremely outspoken, and he fought against racism back in the day, which I'm sure is, helps with today's climate. I'm not going to get too political, but helps with today's climate. He definitely fought against racism. 9th Bellator cage appearance tonight for Benson Henderson. It doesn't seem like he's had that many fights in Bellator. He got busy quickly over there. But yeah, Jack Johnson. He could back it up. He was a cold man. He would finish people. He would, he was in a racist time. And the way he dealt with that, at times, I think, was beautiful. I guess he got in a cab one time. And the cab driver told him, I don't drive black people. This is how racist it was in the time. A black person could not take a cab. This guy refused to drive a black guy. So Jack Johnson takes this guy, says, fine. Takes the guy, slams him in the back seat, roughs him up a little bit, drives himself to where he's going. He gets out, and the guy asks him, he says, where's my fare? He says, you get no fare. I drove myself. Slams the door. That's maybe my favorite Jack Johnson story. Jack Johnson was from way back. Yep. Millender lost. Yeah, he got jacked up, dude. Sorry, yeah, Jack Johnson from way back. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that series. Hopefully that means that HBO's feeling its way into boxing and thinking about getting back in. I always wish that Bellator would go, and I'm sure some people don't because you have to pay extra for it. I know, I get it. But I always kind of wish that Bellator would go to Showtime or HBO. Because they would get the kind of money to bring over talent. And you're thinking, man, Mike, wouldn't that just water down the UFC? Some, but not necessarily all. You guys forget about how much more talent there is out there in the world now with MMA. KSW, the Poland MMA organization, extremely popular. They have a lot of talent over there. Very, very fun fights, by the way. Cage Warriors across the sea, that's where Conor McGregor and several, obviously the most famous guy, but a lot of other guys came over from Cage Warriors. There's still plenty of guys to sign from LFA, Legacy Fighting Alliance, and Bellator and UFC recently have been using them kind of as their minor leagues. But then you go overseas and Ryzen, who some of their guys have been signed to the UFC and Bellator recently. And then if they could really compete and go after some of the fighters at ONE FC, there is a lot of talent over there. And I would like to see that Cosmos guy, the guy that obliterated Sage Northcutt. I would like to see how he does over on this side of the ocean. Damn, lost my bet. Arg. Mike Kessa is also from Washington. Yeah, he's from Spokane. Watched Jack Johnson fights, and he dominated. Bellator's fan-friendly. They're on Paramount. No extra money. I do like that, though. That's why I said I like that for everybody else. Unlimited rounds. What's up, y'all? Once the door closes. All right, what's up, MMA Knowledge? Let's throw out a trivia question. And there's 53 of you beautiful fight fans in here. I said make sure and hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified whenever I drop a new video or go live, like tomorrow for Derek Lewis versus Alexei Olenek. And then every Tuesday for the next 9 weeks for Dana White Contender Series, guys. That was a really, really fun first week of Dana White Contender Series. 3 contracts put out for those that didn't see it. And for those that don't have time to watch it, I'm going to also be doing just a quick DWCS post show. It won't be live. I'll try to keep it under 10 minutes and just kind of give you guys a behind the scenes, a little bit about how the fights went down, who got the contracts, and who I think could make an impact in the UFC. And I'll make sure and keep those under 10 minutes. It's the basic math of it. UFC needs another big company like that because they got their hands filled. They can't even keep all their fighters busy having all these events. Very true, man. Very true. Hope Derek Lewis knocks his brains out of his skull. I'm just kidding about that, but I do hope he knocks him out. All right, guys. Next trivia question, and it's about Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis seemed to be playing possum against this heavyweight for a moment after taking an abdominal kick. Almost got the knockout, but then was later stopped due to some really bad back issues. I believe he had surgery after this fight. Greg Brimstone, that was quick. And Torrens on it too. JDS, you are correct. And John Jones that got it earlier. I forgot to give him a hand. John Jones gets the first one. Greg Brimstone with the second question of the night. And like I said, tonight's trivia, whoever wins it will also get an entry to win EA UFC 4 on Saturday on Xbox and PlayStation. You know nothing, Jon Snow. I know, thanks. That is great. I got a trivia question. Can anyone answer? Torin Brown. Torin Brown's been around for a while. Throw the trivia question out there, and I'll give everybody a point for it. Throw it out there for us, Torin. Last time Michael Chandler faced Benson Henderson, it was in 2016. I didn't realize it had been that long. All right, guys. Torin Brown is going to throw out a trivia question for us, everybody. So I guess we're just going to have to wait till the last couple seconds of the fight to see if Derek Lewis is going to knock him out like he normally does his opponents. Mitrione lost, knocked out in the first round. Must have at least 10 entries from the 3 fights I picked perfectly. You've been doing good. Take care. You have a lot. I want to say you might have 11. I have to look in the thing. You're at like 11 or 12, I think, altogether. Yeah, Mitrione. He caught a headbutt, unfortunately. Referee Mike Beltran didn't see it. I didn't see it at first. I thought it was a sweep. So I'm not going to criticize the referee. I know some people did. I can't criticize him because I didn't see it either. And Chandler, Henderson 2 coming up now, though. Last time they fought, 2016. 12 is correct. Thank you, Mike. All right. Thank you. Take care. Yep. Combined 22 title fights between these two gentlemen. And the main event of the evening is here, guys. 53 beautiful fight fans watching. Make sure and hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not already. But I need to throw another trivia question out there. I thought Torin Brown was going to give us one. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Torin Brown did give us one. Where was it? Where's Derek Lewis from originally? Spontaneous Houston. Kyler correct. New Orleans. Sorry, Kyler. Kyler gets that question. All right, so I got to throw out some more trivia because we got 3 questions and 3 people that answered. All right, another trivia question coming up here. I'm just trying to verify the answer so I'm not wrong. All right, guys. Next question is, Bellator did one only pay-per-view. What was Bellator's pay-per-view? You can get the numbers. You can give me some fights that happened on there. Or you can give me the year. What was Bellator's only pay-per-view? Already hit the like button when I join the stream. Thank you, Sam302. Everybody, do like Sam. Be like Sam. Who you got for the main event, Mike? I'm going with Chandler. Michael Chandler, 3-time Bellator lightweight world champion. I do love Benson Henderson, though. He's from our area. But Michael Chandler also retweeted my video on Twitter this week. So, I don't know, helping me get more popular over there. Michael Chandler, control the pace, check kicks, keys to victory. I agree with that. Benson Henderson, I mean, he was throwing these leg kicks a lot before almost anybody was. He was throwing them higher, though. And now, of course, we're seeing so many of these, like, Achilles kicks. Always been a Bendo fan, so let's Benson. Bader. Oh. Kimbo versus Shamrock was not it. Not the pay-per-view. Not 2016. Michael Chandler is from Washington, too. He is? I had no idea. Rampage Silva 3. That was not it. All right, I'm going to give it to you guys since nobody got it. It was King Mo versus Rampage Jackson. Also had Will Brooks versus Michael Chandler on that one, and Alexander Shlemenko versus Tito Ortiz. Michael Chandler 20-5, Benson Henderson 28-8. Henderson 2 years older at 36 years old, an inch taller at 5'9", but Michael Chandler will have a 4-inch reach advantage at 74 inches. All right, guys. I need to keep more drinks in here because all of a sudden I got thirsty and I think I just realized. Not sure if I have anything else to drink. All right, I'll make it through one more fight. All right, guys. It is the main event of the evening. Benson Henderson, Michael Chandler. Let's get it on. First in the blue corner with notable wins over Nate Diaz, twice over Frankie Edgar, Gilbert Martinez, and twice over Donald Cerrone. With a record of 18-5, he is the former undisputed UFC champion of the world, Benson Smooth Henderson. And with notable wins over Eddie Alvarez, Benson Henderson, Patricky Pitbull, Brent Primus, David Rickles, and Rick Hahn. Out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, he is the reigning, defending Bellator lightweight champion of the world, Michael Chandler. Referee will be Dan Margliotta. A touch of gloves, and here we go, guys. It's main event time. And that quick. Benson Henderson. Michael Chandler, the rematch. And a touch of gloves, and these guys had some bad blood this week, though. And a big body kick from Benson to start this first round. Chandler answers with a body kick. Low leg kick for Chandler. Nice little sweep from Henderson. 11 of 14 finishes in the first round for Chandler. Nice body kick from Chandler. Henderson, a notoriously slow starter. Nice left hand from Henderson. And a nice body kick. Henderson said he would start faster tonight. I think that 3 rounds is a bit long. What's up, Billy Hughes? Stopping in real fast. Say hi. Hope you guys are having a great night. We are. Good to see you, Billy. I don't watch Bellator, but I got a star. Yeah, you got to watch Bellator, man. Nice front kick to the body there from Chandler. Nice combination from Henderson. Oh, and good jab and a low leg kick there from Chandler. Michael Chandler, year in and year out, has been one of the best lightweights in the history of MMA. Nice body kick from Benson Henderson. Oh, good left hook from Benson. I've always wanted to see how he would do in the UFC. But, I mean, Bellator would be stupid to let him go. Throw the money at him. Nice right hook there from Benson. Good right-left there from the southpaw, Benson. Great first round here. Oh, and Chandler catches that body kick of Henderson. Henderson has had that issue in a lot of fights of having those kicks caught. And nice exchange, and Chandler gets the better of that one. Henderson sneaks in some good shots, though. Nice right hand there from Iron Mike Chandler. And a low leg kick. Chandler looks very serious tonight. Right, left from Chandler. And a nice body kick. Oh, big 1-2, and he floors Henderson. Henderson is hurt, and it is over. Michael Chandler knocks out Benson Henderson in the very first round. I have a feeling more people are watching this week on Bellator than have, I'm sure, in over a year. And Michael Chandler just put his name back into MMA fans' memory. Wow, he starts Benson Henderson. And they are picking Benson Henderson up because he was out. He was not able to get up on his own. That was a legit knockout. Wow, the jab distracts, the straight left behind it, and then 3 shots on the temple, and good night, Benson Henderson. Right on the chin. Crumbles, he's not out yet. Mike with that killer instinct. Right on the ear, 1, 2, 3. Damn. What the heck just happened? Wow, impressive performance. Damn, yes, that was crazy. What? Billy Hughes in the house, yep. Can't stand Chandler, he's a punk, Arcade. Left straight for the win. Yep, see, I told you he's a bum. Mike hungry, damn. Hope he didn't have that toothpick. Starched. Chandler is a monster. Love him see him versus Gaethje someday. Yeah, I'd love to see him in the UFC. Tied for second most knockouts in Bellator history. Wow, an emotional win here for Michael Chandler. He's pretty choked up. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to go through tomorrow's UFC card. We're also going to throw out some more trivia because nobody's won this yet. Hendo, it is time to move on. He has had 1 foot out of the game for a while. So amazing career. Been respect. It's been real. Billy, I was saying that earlier about Tyron Woodley. You know, a fighter that I have a lot of respect for too, but I think he's also not at that level anymore. Yep, fight clock still going. Sorry, Arcade Chaos. I want to start swearing right now. So many grandmother swear words. You have no godmother clue. Oh, jeez. Sorry, Arcade. Congratulations to Iron Mike Chandler, though. Great performance. Let's watch the replay on that. Throws the jab out there. And nice body kick there. That wasn't the left hand. There's the left hand. And he threw it as Henderson was throwing a right hook. And as we've talked about before, that is the worst time to get hit is when you're also throwing a shot. Ask Roy Jones Jr. from when he fought Antonio Tarver the second time. So if Chandler wants any respect, he needs to come to the UFC. Stop beating up has-beens and let's see where his level's at. Lucky punch. Benson Henderson had so many other interests, so he has been ready to move on. He seems like a brilliant guy. He seems like, he could do good in a lot of things in business. That Benson smooth name over here in Seattle. I know they love him in the Seattle area. If he was to come back here and open a business, shoot, I'd go and support him. For sure. Nice finish for Chandler. Did not see that coming, though. Not going to lie. Benson Henderson wants to join the military, actually. Well, they changed the age. They increased it. It used to be like 28, and I think you can join up to 42 now. I want to say. I could actually still rejoin the military. I'm not going to. But tied for first for most wins in Bellator with Patricio Pitbull with 18. So you can guess Michael Chandler is going to stick around for one more. Only people who can beat the hugging champion apart from one-punch knockout is Colby or Burns at the moment. 6 years in the Air Force was enough for me. Yeah, I already did it. I did the Air Force too, Kyler. It was, yeah, that's more than enough. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, it's the structure is good when you're younger, but yeah, I'm too old to be told what to do at that level. All right, next trivia question. Everybody refresh your browsers in 3, 2, 1. This could be a speed question, but Royce Gracie returned to the UFC late in the modern era to fight this current champ, and I think it was in Abu Dhabi. I want to say it was about 6 or 7 years ago. Royce Gracie returned against a current champ. Oh, come on, Billy's not playing. Spontaneous. You can't come in and ruin this, Billy. I've only had a few questions. Billy does get it, but Spontaneous gets the point. Because Billy's not in the, he removed himself from the contest. What's up, Rusty? Mike Hughes. Nope, Matt Hughes. Yes, I can. You still get it. You still get it, but Spontaneous gets the point. I'm just teasing. Billy only. You're always welcome, Billy. Oh, now Billy's talking smack. Somebody's got to win this over him. All right, let's throw another trivia question out there. Billy, if you have a trivia question for everybody, feel free to throw it out there. I wonder if he would have gotten the one earlier. That nobody got. I do. Nice. All right, guys. Next trivia question. This new sport, it's been on UFC Fight Pass, but this organization has its own name because it's kind of its own thing. And this is Muay Thai boxing with elbows and legal headbutts. This is on UFC Fight Pass right now. If you want to go back and watch some of the former matches, right now it's on there. Elbows and headbutts. Stretch his fingers, says Kyler. It is brutal. Yeah, we are live at the moment. Oh, that's not live at the moment. This is live at the moment, though. Bellator, yes. Michael Chandler just defeated Benson Smooth Henderson. Next, Bellator will be Ryan Bader versus Nemkov. Of course, we are back tomorrow for UFC Derek Lewis versus Alexei Olenek. Don't go anywhere because I'm going to bring that card up on the screen here in a minute. Who won? Michael Chandler, first round knockout. Tim Johnson with a first round knockout over Matt Mitrione. Before that, Myles Georgi won his Bellator debut by split decision. I was surprised it wasn't unanimous, but split decision. And then Curtis Millender lost his Bellator debut. So, if you're talking about Bellator fighters versus former UFC, Bellator wins tonight 3-1. The lone victory from Myles Georgi. Who won? Valitudo. My question is, who knocked out Crow Cop on the undercard of John Jones versus Shogun Rua? Spontaneous says Gonzaga. That was the right pay-per-view, right, Billy? Spontaneous gets it. Gonzaga, thank you. And thanks for the trivia. Oh, wait. It was not. See, I didn't know which card it was. Who knocked out Crow Cop on the underdog card of John Jones versus Shogun Rua? That was a fight night, right? It was a fight night, and Crow Cop and Gonzaga were the main event. I thought. I know I went over to a friend's house, and I know I showed up late. And he rewinded it. Some people were upset with me, actually, that they had to rewind it, because I was in Eastern Washington, where people actually care about MMA and fighting. But Shab is correct, and you Google it. It had to taking that long. Well, you should have called it then. Spontaneous gets it, though. Brendan Schaub. Nope, it was 50-50. All right. Spontaneous. With 2, is somebody going to dethrone Spontaneous before we start this? Never forget Gonzaga Crocop. Pretty sure my jaw's still sitting on the floor. Next question. Brendan Schaub is. All right, go ahead. Billy's going to throw it. Are you throwing out the next question, Billy? Go for it. Thick Boy Bike Club represent. Yeah, you know that you hear old Brendan got the 19, though. Sounds like he did pretty well with it, but he did get it. And in just a second, we're going to bring up the next UFC fight card. In just a moment. What has Billy got for us? Chandler is a cold man. Oh, I missed that one. Yes, he is. Question is, who is the first man to defeat Fedor in MMA? Henderson, Dan Henderson said, well, if anybody was going to, it was going to be Brendan. Let's be real. Fedor tapped once. Sam 302 got it. Verdum, yes. Good job, Sam 302. You are correct. Yeah, don't call out the time bender, Spontaneous. Believe it. I think I remember. Believe it was a triangle choke. Nice. All right. I am going to, like I said, I am going to bring up next week's UFC card. Derek Lewis versus Alexei Olenek. Who is Bellator's light heavyweight champ at the moment? Greg Brimstone. I think that's a pretty easy one. All right, let's check this out. First, the prelims. There are some prelims worth our time for sure, because I'm going to run this. Youssef Zalal returning. That guy's interesting. Versus Peter Barrett. Wellington Turman taking on Andrew Sanchez. But Nasrat Hakparast, I think I'm at least close on the name. I apologize, against Alex Munoz. Kevin Holland returning against Joaquin Buckley. Main event on the prelims is going to be Tim Means. Means is actually an underdog against Loriana Storopoli. If you guys don't know who Storopoli is, definitely tune in for that one. That guy is an exciting fighter. Benil Dariush returns. McCreary, wasn't it? Oh, I thought you said light heavyweight champion when Fedor lost. Next week, tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow's card. I'm not used to that. Sorry. Tomorrow, guys. Make sure and tune in tomorrow. Benil Dariush versus Scott Holtzman. Yana Kunitskaya. God, she's cute. Is she not, boys? Yana Kunitskaya. Look up this girl. She's cute. Georgia Stolyarenko. You're going to lose anyways. You look like a soccer mom. Maki Patoli versus Darren Stewart. And the return of the former fallen champion. Cannot remember a fighter fallen quicker from grace than this man. Super nice guy. I would love to see him back in the win column. Chris Weidman comes in just a slight favorite over against Omari Akhmedov tomorrow. And then, of course, that main fight, Derek Lewis versus Alexei Olenek. And you want to talk about a style versus style matchup, a striker versus grappler. This is... that's about as solid as you get. This is about as striker versus grappler as it gets. Derek Lewis versus Alexei Olenek. Dariush is awesome. One of my favorite up-and-coming fighters. Oh, I thought you said light heavyweight champ when Fedor lost. Who is Bellator light heavyweight champ at the moment? All right, I'm going to pull the plug on that one. Because somebody could Google it by now. Nobody knew who the Bellator light heavyweight champion was. He's defending, I believe, next week. It's Ryan Bader. Dariush is awesome. One of my favorite up-and-comers. Bader. All right, let's throw one more trivia question before we all get out of here. Everybody refresh. 3, 2, 1. All right. Since Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson are going to be fighting each other here quickly, I'm going to throw out some trivia from both of those guys. Who did Roy Jones Jr. famously knock out with a body shot in the song he brags about it, Y'all Must Have Forgot? Hey, Studios jackass, get the fook out of here. Who won main event tonight? Just got off of work, didn't have my phone. Main event, Michael Chandler gets it done in the very first round. Knocked out Benson Henderson, man. That was, it was epic. It was a little hard to watch for Henderson, but man. Chandler won, Damon. Left hook to liver. Yep. Who was it, though? Roy Jones Jr. Y'all must have forgot. Knocked out who with a body shot? Nice. Figured he would. Benson fell off after a second loss to Pettis way back. And we will pin that one for people coming in. Nice. Figured he would bench. Okay. Next question. What is Tank Abbott's first name? All right. Somebody could have Googled that by now. Virgil Hill. Roy Jones Jr. knocked out Virgil Hill with a body shot. Next question. What is Tank Abbott's first name? Come on. That's an easy one, guys. UFC tomorrow. I don't think it goes all 5. Nope. Not Hopkins. Tank Abbott's first name. Greg Brimstone gets it. You are correct. David Tank Abbott. Oh, of course we had to tie it up now. We got a tie between Greg Brimstone and Spontaneous. And we have to finish this because this is for an entry in EA UFC 4. Which I will be giving away on August 15th during the Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier fight. Got another question. All right. Didn't take for Delaware to wear the women's underwear. Oh, Jesus. All right. Shoot, Billy. All right. I got another one here. Let's get. All right. I'm going to throw mine out. Billy didn't have it yet. When Mike Tyson returned from prison, he fought this gentleman who was rumored to be connected to the mob, and later did a Pizza Hut commercial joking about getting knocked out by a piece of stuffed crust pizza. Who did Mike Tyson fight his first fight out of prison? We have 2 trivia questions out at the same time. Damon Stout gets it. Peter McNeely, you are correct. And Billy Hughes says, question is as follows. Name the 2 winners of Tough Comeback season. Matt Serra and Travis Luter, you are correct. And Spontaneous, that is your 3rd question of the night. Spontaneous wins it. Spontaneous gets the entry for tonight. Great job, Spontaneous. I have got, that was the first season, Sanchez and Griffin, but good guess. Greg Brimstone, I know, knows his Ultimate Fighter too, but Spontaneous gets the entry tonight. Guys, for those of you that are wanting to play EFEA UFC 4, little known secret, take a 7-day free trial, or you can pay $4.99 a month, but they're running a 7-day free trial right now on EA Access. For the next 7 days, you're going to get 10 hours of free access. This is on PlayStation or Xbox to play EA UFC 4. It's going to get you a head start on some of the people that don't know or aren't playing it yet, and also give you an idea that if you don't win this contest, kind of give you a good idea of whether you want to throw that $60 out there on a new game or not, because I know it is a lot of money. One of the best stare downs in combat history. Yep. Mike Tyson was prison jacked. Yep, good game. Thank you, Greg. Greg Brimstone, such a gentleman. All right, guys. Yeah, definitely check that out, though. Who's on Xbox? Who's on PlayStation? And for those that are not on either, or just let me know, I got a $50 Amazon gift card for those that would prefer that if you were to win first place. There's also going to be 2nd and 3rd place prizes, maybe even some more stuff, and I'll announce that on the night. I want to save that for the night. I think it's going to be some stuff that you guys like, though, on the night of August 15th, just a week from tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow we got Derek Lewis and Alexei Olenek. Then the next week we got Stipe versus DC3. And then less than a month after that, we got Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Quarantine be damned. The fight game is moving on. Yep, Luter missed weight. You are correct. And he had Silva in some trouble. And if he would have won that night, that would have been catastrophic for the UFC. Because you would have then had a champion that had just lost. Because Luter would not have been awarded the belt after missing weight. Oh, Dana was so mad when Travis Luter missed weight. He almost cut him then. He almost didn't even let him fight. Or at least from what he was saying. I mean, he was pissed. I got a PSN name on there. MMA Knowledge. All right. I'll add you if I get on there first. If you get on there first, add me. Just Fights with Friends on PlayStation Network. I rarely get online, though, because you have to be hardwired, and I like to keep these 2 computers that I work with for streams, I like to keep them on the hardwired, but I have streamed some on PlayStation, and I will, or play online. I will do some more, of course, when that game comes out, because I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming and making videos for EA UFC 4 starting Sunday. AKA 711 on PlayStation Network. Billy, you're on PlayStation? Nice. I didn't realize you. I thought it was just Xbox. So awesome. All right, Billy. I want to play Billy on UFC. Do you have UFC 3, Billy? I have both. I have both too. But my Xbox internet started acting up real bad, and it'll never stay online. So that's why I had to start playing on PlayStation. I don't know what the hell happened. Khabib kills GSP, but only because of trying Rust. PlayStation gang. I like them both. Too, though. Good night, y'all. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, this is a quick one. It's always fun, though, when it's a quick one. It's like, I like the long ones. I like the one we're going to be doing tomorrow. But then these ones, it's like you get excited. Boom, you got big fights. And then it just leaves you wanting more. And more there will be. Tomorrow, there's always tomorrow. It's only a day away. Tomorrow, Derek Lewis and Alexei Olenek. And let me get you a time for the start of the prelims. Let's see when we're going to start. And I promise I won't sing anymore if you guys show up. Main card starts at 6 p.m. Prelims start at 3 p.m. So that's when I'll be on here. We'll do a big day tomorrow from 3 to, probably 9. Probably looking at a 5.5, 6 hour stream or so tomorrow. Depending on how many of these fights actually get off. We should get an MMA with Friends UFC tournament going one night. I'm trash, but I play for us and friends. Hey, that's what I was thinking too. That's a dream match. We have Prime GSP versus Khabib. That sounds good. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. We'll have to figure out how to do it. I'll probably have to have young David help me or something. Or somebody else set up the tournament. But pretty good. I don't pay to play. But my unranked record is 183-11. All right, Damon, you're not invited. Just kidding. And stream it on here. Absolutely. Oh, on UFC 3. Yeah, I know it's UFC. Yeah, we'll have to stream it on here. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, guys. I'm going to get some sleep for work tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in again. Don't forget tomorrow, Derek Lewis versus Alexei Olenek. And keep in mind right now, I think a lot of people, y'all must have forgot, but Dana White Contender Series came back on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. First week, we didn't have a lot of people on there, but it was a great night, so I think we'll have more next time. As always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses tomorrow.